WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. The Matt Mumme Football Show is brought to you in part by LaGrange College, National Management Resources, and Bell Dental Center.
Matt Mumme Show. I'm Jack Woolman, and there we are. I'm excited to be here with you tonight as we are celebrating a big victory as LaGrange College Panthers took off down to Birmingham Southern and came away with a double overtime victory, 34-28. Coach, what an exciting ball game.
What a way to start the season.
Wow.
I'm telling you, my first 4 years as head coach, and let's rock and roll and get this thing going.
Well, you tell you what, where do we go from here? Though? I mean,
no doubt.
What a great ball game.
We'd probably, I know our defense would like to probably play a few less snaps than they did. So, but those guys did a great job. We'll talk about them in a little while.
We will. It was a great atmosphere there in Birmingham Southern. I tell you what, we traveled well. I had a really great section there with a lot of folks from LaGrange College. The cheerleaders got there when they got there, and it was just a lot of fun, the atmosphere. And then just from the opening kickoff, the ball game just went back and forth, just a nice boxing match, college football style. Yeah,
it really was. Coach Garfinkel and those guys at Birmingham Southern, they do a great job. They've done a great job for years with that program, and have definitely been the upper dog in the hand that was dealt against LaGrange, and beat them the last 6 years. But we were able to close the gap a little bit recruit wise, and our guys played really hard, and they were resilient and hung in there the whole game, and we ended up coming out with a victory.
A couple of guys I want to mention kind of just right off the bat because they've received some recognition already from the USA South, their weekly honors. Larry Murdoch was selected as Defensive Player of the Week, and then Griffin Raleigh, Offensive Player of the Week. Both have great games. So just really proud of those two young men.
No, yeah, we were excited. We swept the USA South honors with Griffin Raleigh, Offensive Player of the Week, with 11 catches for 160 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, this young man he's amazing. He's electric. He's fun to watch. He really gets after it. And then on the defensive side, Larry Murdoch took the Defensive Player of the Week, and he had 22 tackles, which is a new school record. Awesome. So Andre Carter had done a great job in the past, and Larry Murdoch picked it up and filled in his shoes.
Just keep on rolling. We're going to roll some more in just a moment with Coach Matt Mumme. First of all, we're going to take a break. Right now, you're listening to the Coach Matt Mumme Show right here on Eagle Sports.
When you choose a dentist, you want to know that you made the right decision. So where do you start? Go to BellDentalCenter.com. That's the right way to begin to know Dr. Bell and his staff. And then drop in at 106 Corporate Plaza Drive in LaGrange and visit with the staff. And you'll know that this is the right place for you and your family. Bell Dental Center offers comprehensive dentistry with an emphasis on aesthetics, restorative treatments, mini dental implants, root canal therapy, sedation dentistry, as well as Botox and Juvederm treatments. Bell Dental Center. Visit their website at BellDentalCenter.com.
Where can you be encouraged to make your own discoveries? Where can you be challenged to achieve the impossible by professors who know you by name? Our graduates have earned Emmy and Grammy nominations, successfully negotiated major business deals, and been inspired to teach and serve where they're needed most. Experience a transforming education at LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
Everywhere you look on your campus, some event is happening, and that's the way you want it. But keeping your active campus clean and looking its best isn't easy. Nonetheless, National makes it look easy. Low staff turnover and a commitment to excellence allow National to ensure your campus from top to bottom, inside and out, is always perfect and spotless. Parents and students alike give us a 4.0, and we settle for nothing less. You'll like having National on the job.
Visit us at teamnational.com to see what National can do for you.
It robs you of the very pleasure of life, back pain, and it's a national problem.
Low back pain is one of the most common and expensive maladies in our country.
Dr. Jim Aspinwall.
Research has shown that for patients who are diagnosed with herniated disc, diagnosed as needing surgery, 86% of those cases respond to what we do.
The Aspinwall Clinic. Safe, gentle, and extremely effective treatment.
Non-surgical, non-drug relief of the cause of back pain and sciatica.
Aspinwall Clinic, 706-884-8360.
Hello, folks. My name is Gerald Kemp, owner of Kemp's Dalton West Carpets in Noonan and Peachtree City, and Kemp's Carpets in LaGrange. I purchased this airtime on this station to apologize. Yes, that's right, to apologize to all of you listening. You see, when you come into any one of our 3 stores, you will not find a special can of paint for the bathroom. No washing machines. You see, at Kemp's, we specialize in one thing and one thing only: floor cover. Kemp's Dalton West Carpets in Noonan, Peachtree City, and Kemp's Carpets in LaGrange, where we do floor covering, and we do it right.
Let's say you're a coach and your team needs like everything. Uniforms, helmets, balls, anything you need to go and make your team win, you need. And Varsity Sports Center has it. No matter what sport you play, Varsity Sports Center has your gear with the name brands you want, from Russell to Under Armour. They specialize in middle schools, high schools, and of course you. So like us on Facebook or call 770-228-2738. That's Varsity Sports Center.
Welcome back to the Coach Matt Mumme Football Show. Check on Coach Matt Mumme right here, live. And we've got a lot more to talk about. We talked a little bit about the offensive and defensive players of the week, and they were easy to select for Coach this week because they came out of USA South. But we got sponsors for that as well, though. Tell them a little bit about that, Coach.
We do. There's a lot of great people in LaGrange College who have obviously sponsored our show. And so what we tried to do this year was have a sponsor for each one. The players each week, and not always probably going to get player of the week in the USA South, but we'll choose our own as a coaching staff.
You never know.
And look at these guys and tell you where they're from and how they've helped our team and how they help in the community. But anyway, talking about Griffin Raleigh again, he had 11 catches for 160 yards and 2 touchdowns, which is pretty good in fantasy stats. And, the offensive player of the week is sponsored by Varsity Sports. And, of course, you heard the commercial. And those guys do a great job, and they provide us with all our uniform and all our gear that we use. And, of course, we're now an Under Armour team, so we're really excited about that.
Really good on the field. In fact, I think even Birmingham Southern a little jealous of as y'all walk down on the field.
No doubt. Some of their players came over and were like, man, your jerseys are just awesome. And, I felt like that was important when I took over. I really wanted to kind of change our look. And these guys nowadays, they're all wrapped up in that. They're looking at Oregon and Auburn and Alabama and all these teams that, change their jerseys a lot. And so I told them, I said, hey, let's give you something to be proud of. Right. And, they look good, they play good.
Well, even the helmets with the kind of that matte black finish, not the shiny black, it's just really kind of intimidating as you step
Well, that and then the Chrome Panther that really pops out on it. So. And then Larry Murdoch on the other side, the defensive side, so he was player of the week. And, his sponsor is Aspinwall Chiropractic. And Keith Aspinwall and his brother over there do a great job. I actually had to pay them a visit a few weeks ago to straighten out the old back. But those guys do a good job, and we really appreciate them sponsoring this show.
All right, and of course now we also have special teams, the third component of the trifecta, which is the football team. And had a great game from one of our guys on special teams as well.
Yeah, special teams is, it's the one it's the underrated one. It's the one that nobody really wants to talk about. But at the end of the day, you can't let special teams beat you, and it's an extremely important facet of the game. And our guys did a good job this week. We didn't let any of those areas really hurt us. We did a great job punting the ball and kickoff, covering it. Will Jeffcoat did a great job of kicking off and getting the ball down there. We did a good job of punting with Gooden, and of course Graham Craig had a punt of 51 yards, which was nice. But our special teams player of the game is sponsored by Kim's Carpet, and I said something about Kim's last week where they had done a great job on our locker room, and we appreciate all they've done for us. But the special teams player of the week is Isaac Dixon, who is a senior running back for us, and he went down and busted up a few things on the kickoff team, and then we sky kicked a kick later in the game, and we knew that they weren't very good at receiving this, and Isaac got down there and nearly got the ball back. I don't really know how they got it away from him because I think we originally had it at first, but anyway, that goes along with some of the other issues we thought we had with those guys on the sidelines.
Well, we've learned a lot about what a sideline rule is.
This is true.
And how we just for those of you that did get a chance to find out, there was a couple of penalties on the sideline, and don't see that a lot in football. Usually, you see the players get called for the offenses, not usually the sideline.
Yeah, apparently we need to stay way out of the way of the referees in the upcoming games. So I guess we figured that one out. We'll stand back on the track next time.
Well, yeah, we seek contact. We won't contact through the whole ball game, even the coaches sometimes. You mentioned the kick by Craig early on in the ball game. You're on the other side of the 50. The drive kind of stalls, and everybody's kind of wondering what's going on because I don't think that's something that we've really seen very much out of the Panthers. And Graham's back there. Looks like he could just take the ball and throw it if he needs to, but instead has a beautiful 50-plus yard kick that is down right inside the 1 yard line.
Yeah, the great thing about that is you force them to play defense, and we want to keep their defense on the field, so we can't get, a lot of these teams have great return men, and we don't want to get those return guys back there and give them extra yards that are available on a normal punt. So what we do is we put them in a situation where they got to decide. Do you want to put a kick guy, you want to put a kick returner back, or do you want to play defense? So when they do that, it enables Graham to just punt the ball over their head, and now we can just go down and down it. So it really worked out well, and Graham got a 51-yard punt out of it.
Yeah, it's a nice stat to have for your starting quarterback. We're going to take another break. We come back, we got lots more to talk about this game and look ahead to next week's game against Berry. But right now, you're listening to the Coach Matt Mumme Show on Eagle Sports.
Students at LaGrange College travel to places like London, Tokyo, and the jungles of Costa Rica through our Study Away commitment. First-year freshmen are provided a voucher worth up to $2,500 for an off-campus travel experience their junior or senior year. Attend college close to home and still see the world at LaGrange College. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
When you choose a dentist, you want to know that you made the right decision. So where do you start? Go to BellDentalCenter.com. That's the right way to begin to know Dr. Bell and his staff. And then drop in at 106 Corporate Plaza Drive in LaGrange and visit with the staff. And you'll know that this is the right place for you and your family. Bell Dental Center offers comprehensive dentistry with an emphasis on aesthetics, restorative treatments, mini dental implants, root canal therapy, sedation dentistry, as well as Botox and Juvederm treatments. Bell Dental Center. Visit their website at BellDentalCenter.com.
Everywhere you look on your campus, some event is happening, and that's the way you want it. But keeping your active campus clean and looking its best isn't easy. Nonetheless, National makes it look easy. Low staff turnover and a commitment to excellence allow National to ensure your campus from top to bottom, inside and out, is always perfect and spotless. Parents and students alike give us a 4.0, and we settle for nothing less. You'll like having National on the job.
Visit us at teamnational.com to see what National can do for you.
Let's say you're a coach and your team needs like everything. Uniforms, helmets, balls, anything you need to go and make your team win, you need. And Varsity Sports Center has it. No matter what sport you play, Varsity Sports Center has your gear with the name brand you want, from Russell to Under Armour. They specialize in middle schools, high schools, and of course you. So like us on Facebook or call 770-228-2738. That's Varsity Sports Center.
Welcome back to the Coach Matt Mumme Show. Jack Mormon, Coach Matt Mumme arrived here talking about LaGrange College football and a great victory against Birmingham Southern, 34-28 in double overtime. So coming off a great ball game. We've talked about some of the big names that had some really outstanding parts of this game. We also had a lot of other guys that really stepped up all over the ball. Let's talk on the defensive side first, because I think they were on the field more than anybody else in that ball game. Really, Murdoch, we talked about just leading things away, but Raja, Tuning, Rao, those guys really stepped up and did a great job in that ball game. No, there's no doubt. I mean, as an offensive coach and an offensive coordinator for most of my career, I mean, I hated to see that we left the defense on the field as long as we did. Those guys, Coach Chambers and those guys on the defensive staff and the defensive players did a tremendous job. They played around 100, I think it was 110, 112 snaps, where we only played about 73 snaps on offense. And that's just a lot of football, and it was pretty humid out there. And no, those guys got after it. I mean, Nick Rowell had I think he had 6 tackles. 4 of them were tackles for loss, which was just incredible for a nose guard. Oh, gosh. Nick Raja was in a bunch of plays. Scott Tuning was back there, coordinating the defensive secondary. And they didn't throw the ball a lot, but when they did, we were able to pretty much, get in the way or interrupt it in some form or fashion. But just an overall amazing job that they did to just never quit, never give up. Well, I think that if I remember the stats right, 8 times they were in the red zone, only came away with 4 scores, and that's huge. I mean, it's tremendous. The guys just stepped up in big situations, and something that I talked with several other fans about as we were leaving the ball game. We've been to ball games where LaGrange College kind of gets down in the fourth quarter in the past few years, and things don't look like they're going to go the way that we want them to. But it seems like this team just never had any give up in them at all, even as we went to the overtime. No, they didn't. And I told them before the game, I said, all you got to do is you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in your teammates. You got to believe in your coaches. And if you do that all the way for 4 quarters, we'll win this football game. And they did. And I'll tell you what, there was never any commotion on the sideline, any talk of, did you see what happened on offense? They're killing us, or, vice versa. Defense is giving up a point here or there. They just all stay calmed.
I always tell our guys the most important play is the next play, and that's what we say on the sideline, play the next play, and we did. And then at the end of the game, it all worked out.
It did. And, think about the offensive side as well. One of the reasons why y'all didn't have quite as many plays is y'all had some big plays in that ball game. I mean, big 30, 40-yard gainers that do move the ball quickly down the field.
Yeah, we did, and we expect that. I mean, we're a veteran offense coming back from last year, and we've got some guys that really can give teams fits. Griffin Raleigh, of course, everybody got a chance to see what he can do when the ball's in his hands. I mean, we always say he's not going to make just one guy miss. He's going to make the first three miss, and that's usually true. He makes some pretty good players look like they're not. So he does a tremendous job. Josh Hardrick did a great job. We got down there late in the game with 8 minutes to go. We're still behind. We're trailing 20-14, and I was kind of put in a situation. It was 4th and 7 from the goal. 4th and 7 from the goal, and do I kick or do I go for it? And at that point in time, our defense had just played so much. I felt like it was time for offense to step up and make a play and give some energy back to our defense coming back on the field. And we did. And Irvin Zoji got open, and we were able to protect Graham Craig. Our offense line did a great job, and Graham threw a touchdown in the back of the end zone, and we took the lead.
Yeah, it was a beautiful pass, beautiful catch. We'll talk more about that ball game and start looking ahead to next week as the Panthers will be taking on Berry College at Callaway Stadium. But right now you're listening to the Coach Matt Mumme Show on Eagle Sports.
Everywhere you look on your campus, some event is happening, and that's the way you want it. But keeping your active campus clean and looking its best isn't easy. Nonetheless, National makes it look easy. Low staff turnover and a commitment to excellence allow National to ensure your campus from top to bottom, inside and out, is always perfect and spotless. Parents and students alike give us a 4.0, and we settle for nothing less. You'll like having National on the job.
Visit us at teamnational.com to see what National can do for you.
When you choose a dentist, you want to know that you made the right decision. So where do you start? Go to BellDentalCenter.com. That's the right way to begin to know Dr. Bell and his staff. And then drop in at 106 Corporate Plaza Drive in LaGrange and visit with the staff. And you'll know that this is the right place for you and your family. Bell Dental Center offers comprehensive dentistry with an emphasis on aesthetics, restorative treatments, mini dental implants, root canal therapy, sedation dentistry, as well as Botox and Juvederm treatments. Bell Dental Center. Visit their website at BellDentalCenter.com.
Where can you be a star athlete and a math superstar? Where can you prepare for graduate school or your dream job and make friends for the journey? Where can you challenge your mind and inspire your soul? Experience a transforming education at LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
Kemp's Carpet, your locally owned and operated carpet professional since 1977. Owned by Gerald Kemp and his sons, Brent and Jeff. They are your Mohawk, Shaw, and Armstrong certified flooring dealer with a huge inventory of carpet and vinyl flooring. They have a wonderful installation crew that gets the job done right, so you'll be enjoying your flooring for years and years. So drop in and pick it out. They'll measure and get a free estimate to you quick. Kemp's Carpet, located at 1287 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange, or on the web at daltonwest.com. And you can like them on Facebook at Kemp's Carpet.
Welcome back to the Coach Matt Mumme Show. Jack Mormon and Coach Matt Mumme of the LaGrange College Panthers. And a tremendous ball game this past week, a big win over Birmingham Southern, 34-28. But, that as many points as that sounds like, late in the ball game, it wasn't quite there. I mean, we're in the fourth quarter. It's 21-20, and LaGrange College goes ahead, and they're up 28-20. And with not a whole lot of time left in the ball game, I think about a minute 14 that Birmingham Southern had, and it was kind of, hey, guys, we just got to hold on. But Birmingham Southern has some really good running backs.
No, and again, I mean, Coach Garfinkel and those guys have done a great job. They've won that conference they're in several times, and so they weren't going to lay down.
No.
And it's one of those things as a head coach, you're kind of sitting here going, well, at least it's 8 points and not 7, but you're lucky, and we have the pressure of okay, they got to score and they got to get the 2-point conversion, and so the hope was when you kind of saw them making their way down the field, you're wanting the clock to hurry up and run out. But also just kind of saying, well, okay, if they score, let's just hold them out from the 2-point conversion and get this thing over with. But Coach Garfinkel and those guys did a good job. They got down there and scored, and they went for 2 and got it, and we wound up in overtime.
And the overtime, set it up on the 25. In fact, they won the toss, if I'm not mistaken.
They did. They got lucky and won the toss, and so of course they deferred. So they were going to go on defense first and see if they could stop us and put themselves in the driver's seat.
And it stopped us. They did.
They did.
They put a stop on us, and their offense came back on the field. And I'll tell you what, so proud of our defense once again, stepping up and taking us into that second overtime.
No, there's no doubt. I mean, at that point in the game, I just was looking at our defense, and those guys were so tired, but they were just gonna fight.
Mm-hmm.
They were just dogs getting after it and ready to. They were going to give every last inch of energy that they had, and they did it. And I'll tell you what, they stopped them and. And the amazing thing is we had a freshman corner. Anthony Shepard had to come into the game for one of our corners that got hurt. First college game, here he is in overtime, and he gets matched up single coverage on a receiver, gets the inside deal.
He's about 6'4".
Yeah,
I mean that kid.
Big kid. Yeah. Their receiver was 6'4", and they're throwing the jump pass to him, thinking the game's over, and our little scrapper, freshman goes in there and jumps up and fights in front of the guy and picks him off.
Yeah, it kind of gets up into his jersey almost. I mean, he's like running from cradled inside and makes the catch. And but too, just watching the defense come off the field, the elation they had with that huge stop, man, that was awesome.
Oh, they sprinted off the field. Yeah, they're all fired up. I'm hugging every one of them. That little freshman gets over there. He's all big-eyed, and he's as happy as can be. He's got the ball in his hand still and everything. And I mean, it was. That's when I knew. I just looked at our team and I said, you know what? We've got a great team, and they're never going to quit, and they're always going to fight for us. And I knew we were going to win it. I knew at that point we were going to win the football game.
Well, and, the next you have to kind of turn things around. Now they're on offense to start off the second overtime, and I tell you what, I was just so impressed that the defense comes right back on the field and is able to put a big stop on them there.
Yep, they do. Then they get down Birmingham Southern. They make I think they made like a one drive. They get a 1st and 10. And then they get down there inside like the 15, and our defense comes up big. They had a 4th and 2, and they went for it, and they didn't get it, and we turned around and we got the ball back.
They didn't have a whole lot of confidence in their kicker.
No, they didn't. He was. They need to find a new one probably.
I think so. But then the LaGrange College offense takes the field. A couple of plays, y'all kind of working it down, and then you make a unique play call because you go to a guy that hadn't caught a pass all night.
Well, I'll have a lot of faith and trust in our offense, and no matter what, a lot of these guys are young, and Michael Gray was a freshman last year and never caught a touchdown pass last year, although he caught quite a few balls. But I've kept promising him he's going to get his chance to catch a touchdown pass, and I tell you what better situation and what just a dramatic fashion. We call the play, and I really didn't expect it to be. I didn't expect it to be a touchdown. I expected us to get some yards out of it.
We're about 20 plus.
We're 25
yards
out, yeah. So, I didn't expect it to work out like it did. And Graham did a great job, our quarterback. Just gave our receiver a post check to tell him to go to the middle of the field. And Michael Gray ran a great route. He was actually double covered. Graham threw the ball literally right past the linebacker's face mask and into our receiver's hands, and he caught it. And I don't think Michael Gray's let go of that ball yet. It's now Monday, and he's still carrying it around campus.
No. Well, he took off. He was coming across the middle, going back towards the Birmingham Southern sideline, and then he made a loop, and then just everybody followed him. I mean, it's just like he was leading the parade all the way over to the sideline, and then a huge victory for the team. And it's just great to see them be able to celebrate and still have the class to come back out, shake hands, and do all those sorts of things that you need to do to complete a ball game.
Right. It was a hard-fought battle, and at the end of the day, one of us, somebody was going to lose and somebody was going to win, and our guys just, they proved that they wanted it a little bit more. But Birmingham Southern, again, my hat's off to them. They did a great job, and they played lights out, and we just fortunately took advantage at the end.
Yeah, I want to go back to the receivers for just a second. You talked a little bit about Gray, but so many different guys had a chance to catch the ball. We talked about Raleigh, talked about OG, talked about Hardrick, but you got Schick with 4 catches, Renigal with 4 catches, Jordan with 2 catches, and even your running back that you're sandbagging on us there with Sequoia Humes comes out, and he's got a catch out of the backfield as well.
Yeah, Sequoia did a great job. He he caught a couple balls out of the backfield, but he had a big run for us. In our run game, I look at our running backs. I tell them the most valuable players. They got to do everything. They got to run. They got to block. They got to catch. But we gave Sequoia a little ISO and really thought we were just going to get about 4 or 5 yards out of it, and he ends up popping that thing to the outside and takes it 37. So, it's really cool to see what ability that young man has and what he can do with the ball in his hands.
Well, that'll be a nice wrinkle for the offense as the year goes by. Let's take another quick break. When we come back, we'll preview next week as we got Berry College coming to town right here on the Matt Mumme Football Show on Eagle Sports.
When several generations of one family devote their lives to the relief of pain, you'd better believe they get pretty good at it. Doctors Jim and Keith Aspinwall have followed in their father's footsteps.
Migraines and cluster headaches are not the most common form of headaches, but they tend to be the most painful. They do respond beautifully at Aspinwall because we have a unique system of correcting the cause for the migraine and cluster headache. It's a painless technique that restores mechanical function without use of drugs at all.
With added therapies like massage, physical therapy, and nutritional counseling. Get better. Get online at AspinwallClinic.com.
When you choose a dentist, you want to know that you made the right decision. So where do you start? Go to BellDentalCenter.com. That's the right way to begin to know Dr. Bell and his staff. And then drop in at 106 Corporate Plaza Drive in LaGrange and visit with the staff. And you'll know that this is the right place for you and your family. Bell Dental Center offers comprehensive dentistry with an emphasis on aesthetics, restorative treatments, mini dental implants, root canal therapy, sedation dentistry, as well as Botox and Juvederm treatments. Bell Dental Center. Visit their website at BellDentalCenter.com.
Where can you be encouraged to make your own discoveries? Where can you be challenged to achieve the impossible by professors who know you by name? Our graduates have earned Emmy and Grammy nominations, successfully negotiated major business deals, and been inspired to teach and serve where they're needed most. Experience a transforming education at LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
Everywhere you look on your campus, some event is happening, and that's the way you want it. But keeping your active campus clean and looking its best isn't easy. Nonetheless, National makes it look easy. Low staff turnover and a commitment to excellence allow National to ensure your campus from top to bottom, inside and out, is always perfect and spotless. Parents and students alike give us a 4.0, and we settle for nothing less. You'll like having National on the job.
Visit us at teamnational.com to see what National can do for you.
Welcome back to the Coach and Matt Mumme Football Show. We're here every Monday night, 7:30, and I hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. Next week, the LaGrange College Panthers will be taking on the folks from Berry College. It'll be another night game, 6 o'clock start there at Callaway Stadium. So that means that afternoon you need to go ahead and get all your gear out there, bring it over in front of the auditorium, set up, get your grills going, get your little Direct TV or Dish Network, whatever kind of thing you got. You can watch the afternoon football game, set up, and just have a great afternoon. And let's get a really great atmosphere as Berry's coming to town.
Yeah, it would be great to see a huge amount of support for this. Our guys have done such a tremendous job through camp. We've won the first game. We're 1-0. We're still, trying to talk about just one game at a time, but really, setting our sights on trying to have a successful season and maybe have a chance to win this conference at the end. So, love to everybody out.
Now, will y'all still do the little Panther walk across coming from there? And
we will. Coach Mooney started that, I think basically at the beginning of the program, and so we'll continue to do that. And I think it's a neat deal for the guys to walk through our fans and through the tailgate area, kind of like Ole Miss does.
Right.
And they walk through the Grove, but it's a great play. It's a great place. It's a great atmosphere, and we're excited about going against Berry.
Also excited about this. Next week, we're going to have this show in a special location. We're going to be across the street at the Brick House. It's their trivia night, so you come over out there, play trivia, and then at 7:30 we'll have the show, and maybe we'll get a team up with us and then see what we can do that night.
Yeah, I don't know how good I'll do at trivia, but
well,
if it's all football
section,
questions, might be in good shape. But that'll be a good deal. Appreciate Lance Poole reaching out and letting us come over there and do the show over at the Brick House and kind of being in an environment that we can be around some people and really show them what we're all about.
I appreciate all of our sponsors from Varsity Sports, Bell Dental Center, of course, Flooring America, the Mill Store, they're helping us out as well. Aspinwall Chiropractic, easy for me to say. Kim's Carpet, LaGrange College, and National. Thanks so much to all of our folks there. And, of course, we'll be at the Brick House next week. We hope you enjoyed the show this week, and we'll see you next week on the radio.
You've been listening to the Matt Mumme Football Show with LaGrange College head coach Matt Mumme and co-host Jack Mormon here on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. The Matt Mumme Football Show was brought to you in part by LaGrange College, National Management Resources, and Bell Dental Center.